what's good, Commanders fans? Just gonna get this video out to you guys today. Just got some news about B-Rob. Of course, you guys can see I'm not at home. Busy day to day, out and about. But this guy, Ricky Scoops, has another report. This one is involving Brian Robinson, saying that these teams are the front runners. He said the Dolphins are a front runner to trade for B-Rob. That's awesome news if we can get any trade for B-Rob, because personally I thought he was going to be released, and that still may happen. Like, you got to take Ricky's word with a little bit of a grain of salt. But at the same time, Ricky has been correct on a couple of things. I think he was right on the George Pickens trade. He was right about Deebo Samuel, us trading for Deebo Samuel. Even though that was kind of a layup, to be honest. There was another thing he was right about, too, that I can't remember. But I know he was right about George Pickens. He was right about Deebo to the Niners, us getting Deebo from the Niners. He was wrong about Jeremy Chin, about us re-signing Jeremy Chin. But he has been more right than wrong. I think he has like an 80% hit rate. And I said that when he said the thing about Terry getting $30 million. He said that 2 or 3 days ago. But Nikki Javala, her report kind of contradicted that a little bit, saying like 27, 28. Diane Rossini, her report kind of contradicted Ricky Scoop's rumor report or whatever inside sources that he has too. But I'll just get to the teams that he did name. So he named the Niners, the Cowboys, and Texans. But he said the Dolphins are the front runners. I did see a rumor about the Browns, but Ricky Scoop said the Dolphins are the front runners. Their running back room, they have Devin Achane, they have Ollie Gordon, who they just drafted, and they have Jalen Wright. So their running back room is okay. It's not terrible. I mean, Ollie Gordon is going to be really good. He had a really good preseason too, so I don't know if it's really necessary that they want to trade for B-Rob. But looking at their draft compensation, in the 2026 draft, they have a 4th-round pick, a 5th-round pick, and a 7th-round pick. I did not list their first 3 rounds of these teams I'm going to name. And then 2027, they have 2 5th-round picks. They have a 6th-round pick and a 7th. So maybe if Adam Peters can work his magic and get a 5th in 2027 for B-Rob, which I don't think that will happen. But I think if you can get a 5th, even though it's 2 years ago, like, you know, it's better than releasing him. You know, that's better than a John Ridgeway trade or a Cade York conditional 7th type of trade, or you attach a pick to John Ridgeway and then you get a 6th. I think that's better than that. The Niners, he didn't say the Niners, but I can say the Niners traded for B-Rob because, you know, Christian McCaffrey, his injury history last year, and then they let go Jordan Mason. He's not back. They have Guerrero, but their running back room is a little iffy after Christian McCaffrey. So he did name, I think he did name the Niners. The Niners have a 5th-round pick and they have 2 6ths. They have 2 6th-round picks and they have a 5th-round pick. Now, we do make trades with the Niners now, like we just did, so there's a rapport there. There's no more bad blood between Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch like the previous regimes and whatnot. So we have made some trades with the 49ers in the past. 2027, they have a 5th-round pick, a 6th-round pick, and a 7th. So that's some of the compensation that they could possibly give up. And then the Cowboys are reportedly interested too. And I named the Cowboys when the news first came out about B-Rob being shopped. And the Cowboys running back room is probably the worst running back room in the NFC East to me. I just think Tyrone Tracy is better than the guys that they got. Obviously, Saquon is Saquon. And then our room is a committee, so we're kind of like in the same boat as them. It's just unproven guys. They have a bunch of like our older guys who have not really dominated in their careers. Like Javonte Williams has been middle tier. Miles Sanders is at the tail end of his career. And then they let go of Rico Dowdle, who had a decent year last year. Deuce Vaughn is about to get released, reportedly. And they have Jaden Blue, who's been up and down in training camp so far. So I think they have the worst running back room in the NFC East. In my opinion, they have a 6th-round pick and a 7th-round pick in the 2026 draft, and then 2027 they have a 4th-round pick, a 6th, and a 7th. I don't think we'll do a player swap. I think we'll probably get a pick. So I think at best we could get the Cowboys 6th. I don't want to trade within the NFC East again like we did last year. I'm done with NFC East trades. Even though we won the Jahan Dotson trade, we did get Mikey. But they did get Cooper DeJean, so I just don't want to even give the possibility of helping another team. And I think B-Rob he's not terrible. Like, he's not trash. Like, he's mid, but he could hurt us. Like, in the Cowboys game, like, he runs for a touchdown against us, and those games are always super close. There's always something super wacky at the end of those games, like the missed kick last year, and then we barely won the second game with Marcus Mariota. Those Cowboys games are always wacky finishes, or usually wacky finishes towards the end of the game. But the Texans reportedly interested too. They have a 6th and a 7th-round pick in 2026. Those are the later round picks that they have. They have Nick Chubb, who they just signed. Joe Mixon is injured. Damian Pierce, and then another guy named Dafe O, who I cannot pronounce his last name. Also, don't forget about the Bears with Eric Bieniemy. They do have DeAndre Swift and Kyle Monangai. I don't think they'll trade for him, but there is rapport between the two with Bieniemy and B-Rob. I think B-Rob was decent with Bieniemy. He had a solid year that year. He had a couple good plays that a couple good games with Bieniemy. And then the Titans do have Randy Jordan on their staff, and he has some rapport with the Titans. So you guys let me know what you guys think. I think at best we could get a 6th. But I think what Ricky Scoops is saying is true. It makes sense with the Dolphins. It does make sense with the Texans with Joe Mixon being hurt. And it does make sense with the Cowboys for sure. But like I said, I would not trade within the NFC East. But I'll wrap it up here, guys. You guys let me know what you guys think. As always, those are the reported teams that do have interest in Brian Robinson. So you guys let me know what you guys think that we'll get as well. Mike Garafolo said that teams are interested in B-Rob as well, whether it's a trade or a release, that teams are interested in Brian Robinson. They're just wondering why he's being available. Like I said, if it was up to me, I would not cut B-Rob. I wouldn't trade him either. I would have kept him. I would have gradually let JCM take over and just have B-Rob start because, you know, he's somebody that you can trust. He's reliable. Like, he's been there, done that before. Yes, he's mid, but you know he's going to give you 700 yards in a season. You know he's going to give you a 90-yard game in the first half. In the first half of the season, he's going to give you at least 3 or 4 games where he gets you above 70 yards rushing. Like, you know that's going to happen. Like, that's the thing. So that's why I would have kept him. And then eventually, gradually, I would have let Bill take over that spot. So, but all right, you guys let me know what you guys think. As always, Health Commanders, peace.